Hello, and welcome to Therapeutic Thursday. Today we're going to be exploring a Tree of Life art activity. And for this one, you may choose to do it on a separate piece of paper, whatever color you may like, or maybe you would like to do this drawing inside of your journal. And so for this art activity, you can use any pencil, crayons, markers, paint, whatever medium is best for you. And each different piece of this tree has some questions that correlate with that part of the tree. And so you again can choose if you would like to maybe do a voice recording of you answering those questions, or maybe if you feel more comfortable writing them down in your journal. That way you can look back or listen back to them and reflect on some of those answers and just explore them a bit more. So let's begin this art activity by drawing the roots of the tree. And the roots of our tree are where you come from and your family. And some of the questions that correspond with the roots is, what roots do you have in your life? How important are these? Does your past influence who you are today? Or do you have any favorite memories? And so just exploring that root piece of the tree. And when you're ready, if you need to pause and then finish drawing, you may do so and just resume when you're ready. The next piece is the ground. And the ground is your present life and day-to-day activities that you engage in. And now I understand that this might look different with being the pandemic still going on. So being kind with yourself as you're exploring these things, that maybe there aren't as many things that you would put there as prior to the pandemic. And so some of the questions that go along with the ground is, what is the ground like in your life? Is it fairly stable or frequently changing? And so this could be represented with drawing flat or bumpy ground, really choosing what's calling out to you today, or maybe something outside of flat or bumpy. Another question could be, what influences you on a daily basis? The next piece of drawing is the trunk. And the trunk correlates with your skills and abilities. And so again, you can draw your trunk to look however you imagine it to. And the questions that go along with this are, what talents and or coping skills do you have? How important are these abilities to you? Do you have value in them? Do you value them in others? The next piece of our tree is the branches. And these are our hopes and our goals. Again, you can draw the branches to look however you may be imagining them. And so the branches, some of the questions with this are, if you could have 3 wishes, what would they be? Do you hope for health, happiness, success, money, family, or any other thing? How achievable do you feel your aspirations are? What are some of those aspirations? The next piece of the tree is the leaves. And so the leaves are the important people in your life. And so again, you could make them any color that you'd like, any shape that may be calling to you. You may make a lot of them. You may make very minimum of them. There's no right or wrong to any of this. It's just an exploration. And so some of the questions for the leaves, which is the important people in your life, are, who plays an important role in your life? What type of influence have they had? If they have helped or been beneficial, in what ways? Do you feel that you have played an important role in their lives? And then the next piece of our tree is the fruit. So you may pick any type of fruit. Maybe this is real, maybe it's your own imagined fruit that you would like to create. And the fruit correlates to gifts from important people. And some questions that go along with that are, have these people provided you with a shoulder to cry on, support, or compliments, or anything else such as those? How have these gifts helped you or benefited or guided you in any way? What gifts have you given to others? And these gifts can mean a lot of different things, such as physical material objects that are gifts. These gifts could be advice, compliments. Gifts can mean this very broad definition. And so you get to choose what fits with your definition of gifts. And then the last piece of our tree is storms. And storms correlates to challenges. And so this could include anything from family conflict, lack of resources, loss of important people in our life, mental health concerns. And so these challenges can embody anything that you would like to include. And some of the questions that can correlate with that are, what storms have you experienced in the past? How did you manage with these? Or what storms do you think there might be in the future? And with this tree of life, again, you can explore making a voice recording or perhaps journaling about some of these questions. Maybe you would like to pick one from each category to answer and explore for today, and then maybe explore a new one the next day. Or maybe there's just certain ones that are maybe standing out to you more, and maybe those are the ones that you would like to explore and maybe spend a bit more time on. And then I invite you to maybe put that away for a bit and then go back, look at it, just explore what you've drawn, what you've written, and maybe just see what types of things you're noticing, maybe patterns, or anything that maybe surprised you from that, and then exploring that a bit. So I thank you for joining me this Therapeutic Thursday as we did the Tree of Life art activity. Take care.